Welcome back to IO, I'm Charlotte Dover and I'm coming at you with another Celebrity Assistants Top 10 because you guys have enjoyed the first 3 so much. Believe me, I'm enjoying them too. I like tea. But sadly, this is gonna be my last one for a while unless someone comes forward with 10 new stories because I could not find any more stories if my life depended on it. So enjoy the top 10 celebrities exposed by their former assistants part 4. Coming into the number 10 spot, we have Sandra Bullock. Other than being one of the most highly paid actresses in Hollywood, Sandra Bullock is a notoriously private person. She's even become more private since she adopted her 2 children, Louie and Layla. Her assistant said that she always has to make sure the curtains in her home are kept closed at all times. She's terrified of the press seeing into her place and she's paranoid about them taking photos. Which is fair. I just picture Sandra Bullock peering out of the curtains. Sandra Bullock is also known to have a pretty bad temper and she takes it out on her assistant. According to a witness, while they were standing in line for a coffee, Sandra Bullock berated her assistant for being 5 minutes late. Now obviously we weren't there, maybe this assistant is late all the time, you know? Don't be late next time, huh? At number 9 we have Christina Aguilera. Former employees have revealed that Christina Aguilera liked to spice things up in the bedroom with role playing. When she and Jordan Bratman were married, she would dress up in costume and walk around the house. Definitely must have been fun for Jordan, not so fun for her assistant, who would have to pick up maids' dresses, nurse uniforms, and other risque clothing off the floor. Before or after sex? Was there foreplay? Was she wearing it? That's nasty. That's the kind of shit that you'd probably use tongs to pick up. You know, there's some tongs. Is this yours? Unfortunately, as you know, the spicing up didn't really work because Christina Aguilera and Jordan Bratman are now divorced. And at number 8 we have Kirsten Stewart. There are lots of pictures of Kirsten Stewart smoking around the internet. She's almost always pictured with a cigarette in her mouth. Not sure if you guys have ever lived with a smoker before, but it gets real gross real quick. According to her former assistant, Kirsten, quote, puffs away like a chimney and leaves cigarette butts everywhere. In the shower, in the potted plants. Oh, not in the plants, man. Why you gotta do that to the plants? And once they found a cigarette butt inside the fridge. I'm not sure why someone would continue smoking in this way, but her addiction has actually cost her work. Rumor has it Chanel cancelled their contract with Kirsten Stewart over her unhealthy lifestyle. But didn't Coco Chanel smoke like a chimney too? Pretty sure she did. It's not woke anymore. At number 7 we have Khloe Kardashian. Khloe likes to come off like the perfect housewife candidate. She likes to make people think that she can bake. She can't. You know that from watching this channel. She also likes to pretend her house is perfectly clean and organized at all times. But Khloe doesn't actually do any of the cleaning herself. One of her assistants told Radar Online that Khloe doesn't lift a finger. She just barks orders at her assistants and housekeepers to have the cookies and other goodies displayed so that they will look good on camera. This is for the videos on her paid apps. Now granted, if I were rich and famous, I would probably pay someone to clean for me too, I don't know, I just don't like doing dishes, you know? But the assistant also claimed that if the food isn't displayed the way she wants, she will dump it upside down and make them do it all over again, which kind of reminds me of Cinderella's evil stepsisters. Not gonna lie. I didn't call her ugly stepsister, I said evil. At number 6 we got Ryan Gosling. Okay, so there's few women on earth who aren't in love with Ryan Gosling. My mom thinks he's ugly, but I think he's dashing. Sorry, I just had a daydream about Ryan Gosling. But just because he's a mega babe on the screen, that doesn't mean he's not a total weirdo when he's in private. First of all, he enjoys getting waxed, which is who in their right mind enjoys getting waxed? He waxes both his chest and his back a couple times a month. He hates having hair. No hair allowed. Hopefully the assistant doesn't do the waxing themselves. And one of Ryan Gosling's housekeepers famously claimed that he walks up the stairs on all 4s, he sleeps with his head at the foot of the bed, and he pees sitting down. So wait, does that mean Eva Mendes sleeps next to Ryan's feet? I'll take it, I'll do that. I don't mind. At number 5 we have Selena Gomez. Selena is a slob, and not just in a leaves her dishes lying around the house kind of way. Selena is known to have a quote lack of respect for other places and can completely trash a hotel room in less than 24 hours. She'll leave makeup stains all over the bed, likely because she doesn't take off her makeup before she goes to sleep. How do you not get pimples? She'll leave food wrappers all over the place, she doesn't clean up drink spills, and she also leaves her undies lying around for her assistant to pick up. That's nice. Tongs again. Is this yours? At number 4 we have Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart admitted herself in a blog post that she keeps her assistant Shakipe Barisha very busy with organizing. Barisha was tasked with organizing all of Martha's cosmetics into labeled clear plastic tubs in the basement dressing rooms of her winter house. Martha has a winter house. Of course she does. Martha said in a blog post, one by one she removes items from the bins and recategorizes every item, reevaluating what is still usable and discarding items that are too old or expired. This process is tedious, but it's always good to clean out makeup and other beauty care supplies every few months. Now I mean, listen, I'm a Virgo, so I actually love organizing, and I didn't think this was so bad when I read it. But then I saw how many cosmetics Martha Stewart has. It's a lot. That's a lot. In at number 3 we have David Beckam. In 2004, David Beckham's personal assistant, Rebecca Luz, said in an interview that she had an affair with David Beckam. Rebecca is a Dutch glamour model and former TV star who actually gained fame after she came forward with these allegations, so maybe it was all to like get some press time, who knows. She says the affair began with flirting and texting and gradually developed into a bond. But after a while the relationship was purely physical, which made her feel, quote, dirty and cheap. So sleeping with a married man didn't make you feel dirty and cheap? Cool. Beckam always denied her claims, and while he and Victoria Beckham are still married, Rebecca now lives a very private life as a yoga teacher in the Dutch mountains. In at number 2 we have Garth Brooks. I haven't heard that name in a while. Garth Brooks' former assistant Lisa Sanderson, who worked for him for 20 years, sued the country superstar for $425,000. She said he was, quote, paranoid, angry, deceitful, and a vindictive man who would turn against those closest to him on a dime. She tried to get him a career in television and movies, but he was his own worst enemy. He refused to work with anyone because he didn't want to share the limelight. He supposedly turned down a role in Twister because he felt the part would be outshined by the tornado in the film. You can't make this shit up, guys. A tornado! Brooks' lawyers denied the claims. And at number 1 on our list we have Robert De Niro. I am really sad that he ended up on this list because dude, I love me some De Niro, but he's actually one of the worst cases I've come across. Like, this is some Weinstein if it's true. De Niro was sued for $12 million for gender discrimination by his former assistant Graham Chase Robinson. She claims that he would make abusive and sexist comments toward her. He also engaged in inappropriate conduct and, quote, gratuitous unwanted physical contact. This treatment was proven in a recorded phone call where De Niro berated Miss Robinson repeatedly for not answering his calls. The lawsuit also states that she was underpaid because she was a woman. She was called, quote, a brat, and she could get pregnant using sperm from a married male co-worker. Last allegation, De Niro supposedly urinated during phone calls with her, met her wearing only a bathrobe. Why is it always a bathrobe, man? He would ask her to scratch his back and allowed his friend to slap her on the butt and didn't do anything about it. Alright guys, that is all I have for you on this one. I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. I'm gonna respond to some comments from part 3. Charlie Style said, Marlene is an excellent editor, keep up the good work. Shout out to Marlene, who always does an excellent job, and the rest of our amazing editing team. You guys rock. I don't know who's editing this video, so love you. Psychotic Knight said, if Madonna is such a perfectionist, then explain why all her songs are so terrible. I mean, not all of them are terrible. Blinded Rose said, I'm blind and honestly I have no idea what Charlotte looks like, but I think she sounds blonde. Take it as you will. Are you gonna tell her? That is it for me. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you next time.